Hey all, time for an update, and this is in reference to my health journey. Finally got a chance to see the bariatric surgeon, and it was a really great meeting, but I was told after I met with him that the next time I get a chance to see anybody in the team, from the physiotherapists to the dietitians to the psychologists and all of that, it's a year. So let me back up a little bit here. In Canada, everything like this has a wait list. Everything. The wait list on average is 7 years long here for bariatric surgery. However, because my previous doctor forgot to put me on the list and didn't tell me that they would be contacting me, so I thought I had to go through my doctor for communication with the bariatric surgeon until I was taken on officially as one of their clients. I waited 5 years. He never sent in the reference. So that was 5 years wasted. Then I told him I had the ability to go to another province where I have other family members. He said he would send that out. That never got sent. 2 years. Finally, when my best friend went and she contacted her doctor to have the same surgery done, she was immediately sent a letter from the bariatric clinic saying, "We have you, and here's our phone number. It'll be a 7-year wait list." So I got back on my doctor's behind, and he finally sent it in. Excuse the noise coming from the basement. This is a constant struggle on a Saturday. End of day, I have waited 15 years to be able to see this bariatric surgeon. And wrestling with the same 50, 60, 70 pounds, picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, putting it down. I can't seem to leave it on the ground or wherever I drop it when I finally lose it. Anyway, so I went to the meeting, really great, saw the nurse, saw the bariatric surgeon. Both were fantastic. Walked out to the receptionist. He said, "She'll make your next appointment." She said, "We'll call you, but you should know we're booking a year out." I was floored. It's only a year. There's part of me that goes, it's only a year. One more year. One more year until I see the team to have the initial appointment to talk about the surgery. Not 1 year until the surgery. So I have to go through that process, and then once they're convinced that I'm ready for this, then they'll schedule the surgery. It could be a year and a half. It could be another 2 years out. I was deflated. I'm not going to say defeated. I don't do defeated. But I was deflated. And very upset. I've been through a couple of stages of grief, to be honest, at this point. But I'm a fighter. And I've now had my first weigh-in, so that is the beginning point. And I've been holding off, if anybody's seen my previous videos, I've been holding off getting into any more diets or anything like that until that day, because I didn't want to, as I usually do, drop 50 pounds and for them to weigh me in, just pick that 50 pounds back up again and be told that I couldn't then have the surgery, because if I go in after my initial weigh-in, if I ever am higher, they'll cancel the whole process. So I managed to do that. First weigh-in's done. That means now I can do the things that I already know how to do to drop as much weight as I can, but not in a race. Like, here's the thing. I know that I can lose 50 pounds. I've done it. I don't need to lose 50 pounds. I need to lose 200. So what my plan is at this point, because I've spent a couple of days processing and coming to terms with things. And as my father always says, next, which means when something ends, it's time to plan, make plans and take steps forward. Because if you're not stepping forward, you're stepping backwards. Life doesn't allow you to be stagnant. You're allowed to sulk for a day, maybe two. And then you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and walk forward. So, I'm making a plan. I'm going to start journaling this again. I don't know how often. So far I haven't been very good at it, but here we are. My plan was to journal my my journey with the bariatric surgeon anyway. So we're just going to start it a year early. And we'll get there. Do I feel as determined as I sound? Not yet, but I'm working on it. Sometimes you gotta say it a couple of dozen times before you believe it. So, here's your update. We'll see how we go. I'm going to get healthier. I want to walk more. I'm going to spend time on the exercise equipment. I'm doing something new in that I'm ordering from a company online for groceries. We'll see how that works. Part of my concern is that Reese and I have very, very, very different eating habits. I'm a bit of a foodie. He admittedly himself has the palate of a 5-year-old, and so he and I quite often eat very different foods, and that's okay. The problem is, when it comes to fruit and vegetables, they can go bad very quickly, or you have to shop so often that you spend more than 50% of your time shopping for the groceries so that you don't buy stuff and have it go bad on you. This is a way to solve this problem. So, not going to give any details until my first package shows up to see if it's actually any good. But we'll see how that goes too. I'm going to sign off. It's almost 10 minutes. I've been rambling a lot, and rambling videos make me a little crazy. So, you know, one more step. Step forward. Let's keep going.